Well, it's a pleasure being here today. The title of a presentation from Cameroon is Cameroon, the New Destination for Mining. This could not be said a couple of years ago, but within the scope of a 2035 vision by which Cameroon should become an emerging nation, its energy, natural resources, and infrastructure capabilities are being put together. Talking about energy, Cameroon has the second highest hydroelectric potential in Africa, only to the Democratic Republic of Congo. And this is presently in full-fledged development, as well as huge gas reserves to the tune of about 23 trillion cubic feet, which is also being transformed into energy sources. The case for Cameroon as a new destination for mining in Africa is seen in the variety and quality of mining projects currently going on. I'm not going to run the slides so much as you see there, but tomorrow at the Cameroon breakfast meeting, you're all invited to have a rare rundown of the different projects. I'll just give an overall view of what is going on in Cameroon. I like to say that there is a new and the first regional emerging iron ore belt which stretches around 4 countries, Cameroon, Congo, Gabon, and every possible indication, Central African Republic. The iron ore deposits are being developed by a number of world-class companies, and today we have a railway corridor which is about 580 kilometers long, which is going to serve these 4 countries. We're looking at the Mbalam iron ore deposit developed by Sundance of Australia, which project has an investment value of $5 billion. The nickel cobalt deposit, which is also being developed by an American group, is the largest cobalt laterite deposit in the world. And of course, the Cameroon is second to Guinea in terms of bauxite reserves in Africa. And presently, the bauxite in the northern part of the country is being developed by a consortium of Jubal, Indalco, and Hydromines, respectively from India, Dubai, and the United States. The diamond deposits are being developed by a Korean company. Iron ore, as I said, we have just along the railway corridor, 5 major projects under development. I've cited the Cam Iron project, which is being developed by Sundance. There is also the Nkut project, which is being developed by British Junior Afero Mining. There is also the Sinosteel, which is right at the port area, developed by Chinese companies. And there is Legend Mining of Australia, which is developing another deposit. This, in addition to gold prospects, tin developed by Daewoo of Korea, uranium undergoing development by a company, a junior listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I must say that the infrastructure component is very important in these projects, and presently, Cameroon is developing what is meant to be the largest seaport infrastructure to handle mining projects in these 4 countries along the Gulf of Guinea. It is also a very ambitious project to develop a $2 billion railway project which links the deposits to the port of Kribi. If you've ever heard of Cameroon as Africa in miniature, in terms of the fact that it stretches from the beautiful semi-Sahel regions in the north down to the green equatorial forest in the south, this in miniature nature is simulated even more by the diversity of the mining potential. Government has put in place a number of instruments to enhance the development of this and to make sure that the 2035 vision is a reality, amongst which, outside the mining code, Cameroon has revised the mining code, which was done in 2001 under the auspices of the World Bank. It reflects a lot of the mining codes, in Africa, like Ghana, which was a pioneer. And this has brought an influx of so many companies, which, in fact, there is almost no space left in terms of the issuance of exploration licenses in Cameroon. The mining code is friendly, protective, and enhances all areas, including financial, the judiciary, that assures that the investor is protected. Recently, a new instrument came into force which gives special incentives to investors. And it covers all areas from land tenure issues to special dispensations in taxation. Cameroon has also moved ahead. Every year, I find myself in Cape Town or in Toronto to sell these ideas. But recently, Cameroon successfully organized the first mining Indaba type conference in Yaoundé, titled CIMEC, which it's meant to be a 2-yearly event for a start, and it brought about companies from all over the world. In fact, when I came out, I didn't believe I was in Cameroon. I thought it was somewhere in the heart of Cape Town or in Toronto. This is meant to be the first of its kind in Africa, outside South Africa. And why? The geographical position of Cameroon, which is right in the heart of Africa between west, central, north, south, the huge potential I've just talked to you about, and the fact that Cameroon is a bilingual nation where French and English are official languages, which means we can steal the show both with Francophone and Anglophone countries. I also want to say that one of the essence of this seminar is about transparency. Cameroon has done in all aspects. Last year, we were ahead as a member of the Kimberley process, which means that our diamond business is legalized. And we just, last 2 months, were in Australia to make sure that come August, Cameroon will become a member of the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, which already in the petroleum sector, a lot of the statistics are available, but we do hope that with all these projects, in about 5 to 6 years' time, the resources and revenues from mining will be competitive or more than the resources from the oil sector, which has been the mainstay of the economy for the past 50 years. It's for this reason that the World Bank took a special interest. And there is presently a project coded Precasem, which the World Bank put $30 million for capacity building in terms of separating the issuance of mining licenses from the control of such licenses. That means there's a lot of transparency in the licenses, and that every operator is controlled to see that he follows the laid down terms of the mining code. I want to end up by praising the numerous companies that are presently operating in Cameroon, and I couldn't agree more. The British presence is very strong, and it comes in all facets. Recently, in our first international mining conference, we invited laboratories, drilling companies, consultants, financiers to be part of this great vision we're putting together. And the formula is the same in Cameroon, that the juniors are always going to start, and that the dynamism of the industry is displayed in all its different facets. But we would like to make sure that as we get more involved in the industry, end-time developers, which means the people of Cameroon are expecting a lot. And we encourage the presence, solutions to mining and the rest by making sure that the stock exchange will always play its right role, but that the essence of the exercise should be about development within the least possible time in order to make sure that the aspirations of the Cameroonian people are attained. This notwithstanding, we have major groups, not only the minors or juniors, which are presently involved. And I must say that looking at our statistics, most of what started in Cameroon ended up in the Far East, in terms of the fact that most Australian companies, even some American companies, at a later stage in development, ended up ceding their rights to major Chinese groups. Our main interest is to see that these projects are developed. When we have projects of $5 billion, we are more concerned about a start of the project and to make sure that a mine or an ore is only valuable at a given time in history. There's a case of countries which develop a lot of their resources in the time of the great boom of tin. I can cite the case of Bolivia. And it is not in the interest of the Cameroon government to see that deposits are only traded and not developed. That's why we have very little control as to where the final operator ends. This, as you see tomorrow in the breakfast meeting, we have a lot of brochures. We have a lot of handouts about the mining code, about the regional corridor, and about individual projects and the state of advancement of each project. And I'm personally inviting all of you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to share in the Cameroonian experience. Thank you very much.